Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, we have been getting relatively a good amount of information each week with this show, but the one thing that's truly stays untouched and relatively always comes back for more is the fact that it is an absolutely bazonkers weird show. Um, the magic in this show is still kind of eluding explanation as to why it's so widespread or just why people have it in general, or if it was like some mutation that happened, or maybe I missed it in the very first episode. There was only so much I actually glanced over in the subtitles in the first episode because I was so um, busy looking at the animation of the world and the characters themselves to see if it was even something I would be wanting to be watching any more than I already was, right? Um, but other than that, it's been quite an interesting, like, weird ride because not only have they given us, like, a little bit of reasoning to want the information for this guy that could be, chilling inside of our boy's mouth, or the fact that whenever he continuously grabs people and tries to get their information, it always comes out wrong, or it always just winds up being something that he uh, could have guessed at the end of the day, and because of that, it feels like it could be like a never-ending chore, but at the same time, it's a weird overall concept because someone supposedly has changed him, or somebody supposedly has a connection with him in some way, shape, or form that once he shows his face to the person inside, they'll know him, and you can move forward with the next part, which what is going to happen if they find that person, and what's going to happen if it's happens to be the person that we already that we can guess who it is, and for some reason it turned out that it maybe wasn't it. Oh no, we didn't get the answer. The girl who got her face ripped off uh, could possibly be the answer um, to what happens after they find out. Because I think right now she's just hopped up on a crap ton of drugs because of what she went through. And because she's all like drugged up and stuff, she's like mad loopy and just like she's always moving now and stuff. I don't think she'll always be like that. Or maybe she will because this is like actually because of the shock and not just the injury she sustained. Like it could be a lot of things. But she deserves a break after what she had to endure. And if it comes to be that she's the one that he's looking for, uh, I hope everything works out in that situation. But from what I can understand, they already stated that she was the one that had something that was the only one that like changed him. There's only one person that actually hurt this person with magic or done something to him with magic, and this is her, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. So if that is the case and he gets a hold of her, where does that then lead the rest of the story? With her out of the picture, what does he need to do for this supposed person inside of him to leave, right? That's one question, but the bigger question is why is the people with the mask on their face, all these masks that they're wearing are absolutely disgusting, right? One guy's mask is a heart. The other one is you can't really tell what it is because or someone in the comments might know from either A, spoilers of the manga, or B, they just have a good idea of what they're trying to showcase through just the visuals of it, but it's not as visually easy to understand it as the person who has heart valves sticking out of his head of the mask. But yeah, the guy who I expected to have at least something messed up with him, like I expected all these guys to be like pretty tore up in the faces, and that was like maybe the reason why they were hiding themselves. But no, no, not the case at all. Which is weird to me. Maybe it's not weird to anybody else. Oh my god, I just did my raid drive and I didn't even know. But because it was so like off-putting, I think that's another reason why I like this show just that much more. Not only did they kind of incorporate, I'm trying to do this move. Um, not only did they incorporate something that was interesting with, usually people hide, scars and stuff like that behind mask or just anything in general that they can find. They'll try to hide it if they don't feel like they're perfect or whatever the case may be. They just don't like how it looks in general. They want to hide it. Um, and to see these people remove their mask and be completely normal was kind of a nice change. Like, it just goes to show you that whatever's going on in this world, or whatever message they want to send, or just whatever the case, because they said one guy was wearing his mask backwards because I guess he just doesn't care for it that way, and then by him showing up with it backwards, if his boss saw him, he would have got nagged about it. And it was actually like something that he was happy his partner warned him about, even though they wind up taking off their masks in general. So it's these like small details that really make the show just interesting as a whole, because it feels like everything's gonna have a reason, and then I guess if it winds up not having a reason, then oh well. But for now, it feels like there's got to be some reason why they're trying to make these statements with these masks or whatever the case. But I want to hear what you guys are feeling about this. This was probably way more brutal than the first episode we saw, with just how many people got bopped. We saw someone get his eyeball stepped on. Like, what the heck is going on with this show? And why am I so, like, enticed to watch it more? I don't know why, but something about it is still pretty interesting to me. So we'll see how it turns out. Let me know what you guys are feeling in the comments. I have seen quite a things about the animation style. Like, there's parts that look amazing. Like, if you guys go watch Baki on Netflix, it doesn't look the best at all the times, but there's parts that just blow my mind that I wish the show looked like it at all times. And the same with the other show that's kind of like Baki. It's just like pretty much a character who's ridiculously good at fighting. Mind you, in that show, we never find out who the heck his dad is, but we know who his teacher was. Is like his brother or something. But anyway, with those types of shows that look weird like this one, and then they have moments that actually turn out looking beautiful and just eye-popping, pun intended, it's nice to see it, and that's why I kind of got lost. I had to like rewatch episode 1 to see if I missed any details of just small stuff about like magic that was maybe quoted, or like how mutations got started or anything like that. But overall, let me know what you guys are feeling. We'll talk to you in the next one. I'm your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely see you sooner than later. Peace. GG.